Hello, welcome to Gutter Trash, episode 331. Beasts of Burden, Animal Rights. My name is Eric.
And I am Jason.
Hello, Jason.
Hello, Eric.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
It's good to hear.
Pretty good. Seems fitting that we're recording in a room with a dog and a cat.
Yeah, it is. Hopefully they will remain in the positions they currently are.
And not have to go fight supernatural beings.
Exactly, yes. Because that would be frightening.
That would be.
Yeah.
I would be worried about them.
Sure.
And worried about the mess they would make.
Yeah. I'm sure they would make a huge mess. Especially.
Oh, yeah.
And honestly, no offense to your dog, but she's kind of dumb.
Right? She's never going to make it to the Wise Dog Society.
I really don't think so, yeah. Goo, on the other hand, and
I think he would make a good member of the Wise Dog Society.
I think so too, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's a cat. But
right. But there's a cat in the Wise Dog Society in this comic.
It's true. They make exceptions.
And there's, I believe... Oh, no, never mind. Never mind.
Okay.
Spoilers for something that is not in this collection.
Oh, okay. So, okay. Well, that brings up a good question. If it's okay to go ahead and talk about the book.
Sure. I literally have nothing else to do.
This collection, it's a collection of short stories from various places, but this is not, like, I know there's more than what's in here, because the only Beast of Burden comic I'd ever read before was not in here.
Right.
Is there a lot more than what's in here?
There is not a lot more.
Okay.
There is, I believe, 4 short stories that were all printed originally in... Dark Horse used to put out these little, like, hardcover collections of, like, horror comics.
Oh, yeah.
Like the Book of Hauntings and the Book of whatever, et cetera, et cetera.
Sure.
And so that's where...
Around Halloween or something.
I'm not sure when they would put them out. Yeah. It was relatively frequent. Yeah. Usually they would always dangle a exclusive Mike Mignola Hellboy comic or something.
I love it when things dangle.
Right? So there was, 4 of those, I believe, and then a 4-issue miniseries, which is, those are all collected in here. And then I think there were maybe 2 or 3 one-shots after this was collected.
Okay.
Including the Hellboy crossover.
That's the one I've read.
Right.
I bought it because I was like, Jill Thompson doing Hellboy.
Right.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then there's a new one that came out about 2-3 weeks ago, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, Look What the Cat Dragged In.
Yes.
I believe in that one, they all get, possessed by the members of Poison. And, these dogs, like, reenact a Poison concert.
Right.
Wow.
Okay, I guess my spoiler warning, just went out the window, right? Just ruined the whole damn comic.
No, Ricky Rocket would never let that happen. He's an animal rights activist.
So are the Beasts of Burden.
Oh, that's true. This is a comic by Evan Dorkin and Jill Thompson.
Yep.
Evan Dorkin writes it.
Yes. In the back, he explains that he initially was asked to draw this comic, but he said no, because
that would be so weird.
It would be super weird.
I mean, I bet it would still be great.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
But I bet it would be a whole different kind of great.
It would, because, I mean, for me, it's hard to see his artwork and not think of, like, Milk and Cheese. And,
right. Just, like, weird, violent comedy.
Right, yeah.
And this is, I mean, it has a weirdness to it.
Yeah.
And it has a little bit of violence and a little bit of comedy.
It's relatively violent, I'd say.
But, like, I've read a large pile of Evan Dorkin comics.
Right.
I mean, I've read, obviously, Milk and Cheese and Dork. I've read Pirate Corps. I've read Bill and Ted's. I've read a lot of his stuff. Right. I would never have guessed that this was him if I had just read this book without seeing the credits.
Right.
I've never.
It's definitely a very different type of book than he usually puts out, for sure. Yeah. Because it is, it's got funny moments in it. but it's definitely not that sort of bitter,
No, yeah.
sardonic humor that he usually does.
Right.
Yeah.
And, like, I love that.
Oh, yeah.
In his book, in his dork, and whatever.
Right.
Like, those are great, and, like, some of the best comedy comics I've ever read. But this is so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It really is. And Jill Thompson, who I think probably more famous for Sandman stuff and
Sure.
Scary Goblin there, and a couple of issues of The Invisibles here and there.
I'd forgotten about that.
Oh, yeah. I think it's may have been the first place I ever saw her, was in The Invisibles. But here, you know, she's going for a weird, sort of cartoony but realistic painted style.
Yeah.
Which totally works.
Oh, yeah.
And it's totally amazing, and I do not envy her.
Oh, my God. Having to draw... Okay, it's about... Yeah, because I don't know if we've said it all, but it's about a team of dogs.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, not a team of dogs, not like a sled team, but...
It's a group of dogs.
Yeah.
Neighborhood dogs.
Neighborhood dogs that are just friends, and they all meet up every once in a while.
And then,
Go on adventures.
they go on adventures, but usually what happens is some sort of horrific supernatural thing is occurring.
Yeah.
And they are usually caught up in the middle of it.
Yeah. And she has to draw all these dogs in various... Like that's one of the things they tell you when you start drawing, like, dogs and water are the two things you don't really want to incorporate, like, all the time into your comic, because they're really hard to draw consistently.
Right.
And she does it so well.
I mean, I'm sure there's probably a ton of photo reference.
Sure.
But,
I'm sure she has dogs. Or...
She has cats, and that for sure.
Oh, yeah.
She hasn't posted online a lot in the last couple of months, but prior to that, she would always post pictures of her cats.
Right.
Oberon and Maxim.
Wow.
Yeah.
These are pretty awesome.
They're pretty awesome looking cats. But yeah, so we get a pretty mixed batch of dogs. We got a Doberman, a Pug, a Jack Russell Terrier, I would say a Beagle?
A Beagle, I think it's a Beagle. Yeah.
And a Husky. And then just your average, everyday, just stray Tomcat.
Yeah.
An orange, stripy one. And, they all just wind up, just dealing with a lot of weird crap.
It is. It's like, I'm trying to think of, I mean, it's kind of like Hellboy in a way.
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, like, I guess that's why that crossover made so much sense.
Sure.
But yeah, it's just like, I'm trying to think of something else like that. You know, yeah, they like seek out, or they don't really seek it out. Like you said, they just get caught up in stuff. Like, all this weird stuff keeps happening to the town they live in, which is Burden Hills. Burden Hills.
They are the beasts. Burden Hills.
Yeah, it's not a terrible. It's not great. But,
yeah,
you know, it's not bad.
No.
But yeah, so basically they're watching over this town.
Yeah,
keeping it safe.
And eventually we find out that there's like some sort of secret society of dogs who are sort of like the watchdogs of the supernatural world, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
The Wise Dog Society.
Yeah.
It's called? The Wise Dog.
I believe so. Yeah.
And they summon one of them to like give them advice.
Yeah. They have a summoning ritual, and originally it's a big old shaggy dog,
like the Shaggy DA.
Yeah. I don't know what breed that is. But
yeah.
I don't know breeds. Big and hairy. Yeah. And then there's an apprentice wise dog who's
a lab, maybe?
Maybe a lab. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah.
And then
that's totally pointless. But yeah, they all have like, you know, their own distinct personalities, and
yeah, I love that the Doberman is like the scaredy
right, yeah.
bunch.
And the Pug is sort of like the Ben Grimm of the team.
Right, yeah, totally.
And the cat's pretty awesome, too.
The cat is great.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's because when I cover my dog's ears, I'm kind of more of a cat person. But that was probably my favorite character.
Definitely mine.
Yeah, the orphan. Did they ever say his name? They just call him the orphan.
That's his name, the orphan. Yeah. 'Cause, yeah, they all have names. The Doberman is Rex. I think the Beagle is Jack. The Husky is Ace. The Pug is Pugsley. And then the Terrier is Whitey.
Whitey.
Yeah. And then, yeah, Orphan. Yeah. Such a good book.
Oh my god, it's beautiful. It's so cool because it's all these short stories. Like, I love that they can just tell a short story.
Right. Even the 4-issue miniseries, they're single issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just all, I mean, they do kind of have a thread that's built in.
Sure.
Which, you know, that's the best. We've talked about that before. That's the best kind of comics. The ones where you can read like a 10-page thing and get something from it, or a 20-page thing. Or you can read all of it together and get
even more. Right?
Yeah. Oh, it's so well done.
Yeah.
And her art is just gorgeous.
Well, both of them are master storytellers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And, I mean, they've been at this forever, so, like you said, it's just weird to associate Evan Norgan with this type of comic.
Right?
Yeah. Like, I could almost see Jill Thompson doing this on her own.
Yeah.
But, you know, yeah, like the combination of both of them is just amazing.
Yeah, it's cool that he's able to diversify like that.
Right.
Because I've read, in the last couple months, I've read some, like, Eltonville Club.
Right.
And it's so awesome, but it's so, like, just dense and, like, full of just terrible nerd, like, stereotypes and
right.
Just great humor, but, yeah, it's so different from this, but he's just as good at both.
Oh, yeah. And yeah, every story is compelling and is obviously gorgeous. And yeah, I like that every single thing in here could be read on its own, but like, you know, you read the whole thing and there's like a through line.
Sure.
That you know, everything is connected somewhat.
I love the monsters they fight. Like,
oh yeah.
They're beautiful. I mean, they're beautiful to look at, but they're just interesting too. Like there's this giant frog monster they end up fighting. It's so disgusting.
Yeah.
It's like a Jabba the Hutt, like, you know, through like a guar filter.
Right. Yeah.
And I love that she used Sekhmet, the Egyptian goddess.
Yeah.
Because I had a little thing with Sekhmet, where I did a short film years ago.
Okay.
And I used Sekhmet as the villain.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So that was kind of cool to see. Yeah. But Jill Thompson's like rendering of Sekhmet was amazing. Like that whole 2-page spread where she's like being conjured is amazing.
And yeah, then throughout there's also like ancillary characters that kind of show up, and then they re-show up later, and then you know you realize that there's like a big world being built here.
Oh yeah,
and it's pretty great.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you know, it's definitely got a sense of humor as well, and but it can also like at times it's like incredibly sad.
Oh my God, yeah, like this. Like I won't say what it is, but like there's a story of it's like a dog and his boy.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah,
wow,
that was rough.
Like I love how they turn that whole thing on its side.
Right.
It's incredible.
And but also occasionally, it's also a horror comic too.
Oh yeah.
So it gets bloody and violent and pretty gory at times. Definitely, like I think it's in this because I've read this and then I read the newest one shot, so I don't remember which, because there's like back matter in this, kind of detailing the whole thing, but also within the latest one shot, there's like a letters column where Evan Dorkin talks a lot, and so I don't know if it was that or this, but he talks about how he's had numerous conversations at conventions with parents.
Oh, okay, it wasn't in this one.
Okay, all right. About whether this is, appropriate for their kids or not.
Right.
And he's just like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, because, it has a look and an initial feel, even when you start reading it, they're like, oh, okay, like, this is an all-ages kind of thing.
Right.
But then, like, not only does it get kind of dark and violent, or there's some massive bloodshed,
Right.
But there, there's some I think the pug especially curses every once in a while.
Yeah, they do curse a little bit. Minor curses.
Yeah. It's not like Evan Dorkin's usual fare.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not like us.
No. So yeah, it does kind of off the initial glance, it definitely looks like an all ages friendly thing, but it's maybe liberal parents would let their kids read it, but it's not horrible. It's not so gratuitous and weird. It's just it's just a little. It's definitely not meant for kids. It's not the target audience.
Yeah. So, I think he even mentioned that his daughter, I think he says she's about 11 right now, and that when they first started doing this, she was 7 or so, and or maybe even younger. And one of the stories, one of the short stories, made her cry, and she still hasn't forgiven him for killing off one of the animals.
Right.
Yeah. Wasn't even a main member of the cast.
Right. Yeah. But just, no kid wants to read a story where an animal dies.
Right.
Man. It's really awesome.
Yeah.
I'll definitely pick up that Look What the Cat Dragon.
It's really good. It actually, because
it's about the witch's cat?
It is.
Yeah.
I
knew I had a black cat on the cover.
Yeah.
That's all I could remember.
It is pretty much a direct follow-up to some of the stories that are in this book.
Nice.
Even though, like I said, there's been maybe one or two other one-shots between them.
I'll have to look for those.
Man, but I can't remember which.
I actually almost bought this Beast of Burden collection. A couple of conventions ago, I saw a guy that had damaged trade paperbacks.
Yeah.
He was right next to our table. And he had it, and it was only a couple of dollars. I was like, I just don't need to spend any more money. And I've got too many books to read, but yeah, I highly recommend it.
Yeah, definitely.
Damaged or not,
right? Because I think I'd read some of the short stories in the Dark Horse books, and enjoyed them. And I got the Hellboy crossover, and I don't know if I just missed when they came out with the miniseries or not, so I didn't have any of them. And so I figured, I'll try to find this, and I think it went out of print for a little while. I couldn't find it anywhere. So then when the one shot came out, they resolicited this, so I bought it. But man, I met Evan Dorkin last fall at a convention, and I had him sign my Hellboy Beast of Burden crossover because I could not find any of my copies of Dork. and of course, when I got home, found them immediately.
There they were.
All of them.
They were just laying on the floor.
Yeah. Underneath a couple of other books. Right. And I had looked in that stack 6 times. So I know that's where they were. That's weird. But man, I would say 90% of the people in his line had this book.
Oh, wow.
The hardcover, yeah.
So this has probably done well for him.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah, for both of them. And there was some issues.
Yeah, wasn't there a little controversy where they didn't get along for a while?
I don't know if it was that they didn't get along, but it was that Jill Thompson, she did a Kickstarter, a Scary Godmother Kickstarter thing, and she basically just stopped working on Beast of Burden. And, even though, it had won, I think it won an Eisner.
Yeah.
And, there's even, a movie being developed for it.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah. Which, when I was reading this, I did kind of see, an animated movie in my head for this.
Definitely.
Yeah. But, yeah, she just kind of stopped working on it. He had written a script, and they had been offered, some sort of, Bongo Comics offered them, a deal to, do, almost not Beast of Burden, but, a Beast of Burden parody for The Simpsons or Halloween special.
Right.
With this cats and dogs from, The Simpsons.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. But, she wasn't, returning phone calls or emails or anything like that. And so basically, like, this went on for a while, and, like, finally, Bevan Dorkin just kind of blew up on Twitter and just kind of called her out and just laid out the entire thing. And he's like, I need to work. Like, I need money.
Yeah.
You know, and this thing is successful, and it's popular, and it's gaining us a lot of attention, and she just killed it. And it's like, it's one thing if, you know, she would, like, let us know what's happening.
Like if she just needed a break or whatever.
Right, yeah, but she, like, wouldn't even talk to them. And then he was like, you know, I even thought about trying to get another artist on board.
Yeah, can you imagine that?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it depends.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, like, if you would have said at one point, you know, somebody else is going to be drawing Hellboy, I'd be like, well, that's weird, but clearly Richard Corbin and Kevin Nolan, Dr. Figueredo, right, all those guys are awesome. So
right.
I guess that it could work.
Right. But I think there is a certain charm that Jill Thompson brings to it that I don't know that any other person would.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah.
It kind of makes me want to try my hand at least, like, the gray wash watercolor style comic. Just like, because she kind of goes into her process in the back of the book a little bit.
Yeah.
It shows, you know, her sketches and, like, how she turns them into watercolor pages. It's kind of, like, intimidating, but at the same time, it's really amazing looking. So.
Yeah. There's a small part of me that would like to try my hand at watercolor at some point in time. Mm-hmm. Like, I've dabbled, you know, a little bit, but it is incredibly difficult to do.
I bet.
And,
at least to get, like, any sort of control over it.
Right.
Because we're used to pins.
Exactly. It's pretty precise. Yeah. Like, even just using, like, a brush pen is more precise than water.
Oh, sure. And that's hard enough.
Right. Yeah, and then, I mean, even, like, acrylics and oils is, you know, tough enough as is.
Right.
But, yeah. Watercolor is intimidating.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a good comic.
Oh, man, yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's, like, simple, but just perfectly done.
Yeah.
Know? Like, it's... and I don't usually see myself as somebody who's into, like, talking animal stuff. Like, but the more I think about it, I don't know, like, Mouse Guard's really good.
Right.
This was great. Like, it doesn't... Like, if you're looking at this book and you're like, I don't want to read a book about talking animals, like, just get past that. Because it's so well done.
Again, I don't know if it's this book or the new one, but Dorkin kind of mentions that a little bit too.
Right.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, so you can't suspend your belief enough for, like, talking animals, but you're totally fine with dudes, you know, in tights flying around and punching each other.
Shooting lasers out of their eyes.
Right,
yeah. Well, that could happen.
Right. And, you know, I mean, hell, all you have to do really is say, you know, look at Animal Farm.
Right. Yeah.
That's a book about talking animals.
Sure. Yeah.
It's definitely not wacky.
Not really wacky.
Yeah.
Most of Orwell's stuff is not wacky.
Yeah. Or Watership Down.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah. Secret of Nim.
It's not as dark as all those, though.
No. I mean, it does get dark.
It does, but, like, for the most part, I'd say it's a pretty fun, like, light adventure kind of thing.
Yeah.
It just occasionally does veer into those territories, but
I'd say it's a hard PG-13.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It was great.
Yep. Can't recommend it enough.
Yeah, and like, if you're not real sure if you want to buy it, because it's like $20 or whatever.
Yeah.
That Look What the Cat Dragged In, the Beast of Burden one shot came out like a month ago.
Yeah,
it's probably like $3 or $4. So give that a shot.
Hell, I would even recommend the Hellboy crossover.
Oh yeah,
it's a pretty good entry into it.
I need to reread that now that I know the characters.
Right. Yeah, I need to dig that up myself now. Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yep, way to go, me.
Yeah. You did
taking full credit.
You made this.
Full credit.
Wow.
I'm married to Sarah Dreyer.
I know. I did not know that.
Alright. Take a break?
Sure.
Alright.
it by. Just reply if you've changed your mind. We're fighting with the eyes of the blind, taking it hard, taking it hard. We feel that we are paper, choking on you nightly. They tell me, son, we want you. Be elusive, but don't walk far. For we're breaking in the new boys. Deceive your next of kin. For you're dancing where the dogs decay. Defecating ecstasy. You're just an ally of the legion. Locator for the Virgin King. But I love you in your fuck-me bumps and your nimble dress trails. Oh, dress yourself, my urchin one, for I hear them on the rails. Because of all we've seen, because of all we've said, we are the dead. One thing kind of touched me today. I looked at you and counted all the times we had laid, pressing our love through the night, knowing it's right, knowing it's right. Now I'm hoping someone will care, living on the breath of a hope to be shared, trusting on the sons of our love that someone will care, someone will care. But now we're today's scrambled creatures, locked in tomorrow's double feature. Heaven is on the pillow, its silence competes with hell. It's a 24-hour service, guaranteed to make you tell. And the streets are full of press men, bent on getting hung and buried. And the legendary curtains are drawn round baby bankrupt, who sucks you while you're sleeping. It's the theater of financiers, count them 15 round the table, white dressed to kill. Oh, caress yourself, my juicy, for my hands are all but withered. Oh, dress yourself, my urchin one, for I hear them on the stairs. Because of all we've seen, because of all we've said, we are the dead. We are dead. We are the dead.
Welcome back.
Hey. Yeah.
What's going on?
Ooh, not too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm busy preparing for my big trip.
Oh, yeah.
Leaving this Thursday.
That's exciting.
But by the time the listener hears this, I will actually be driving back from it. So.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Are you joining the Death Cult?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. How'd you know?
I couldn't remember what it was.
Yeah.
I knew it was something cool.
Should be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In this day and age, I mean, you got GPS.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Nothing what could go wrong.
Although I heard yesterday from a friend of mine that the route I will be taking on this road trip, I will lose my GPS signal
Really?
for a good portion of it.
You're going through, like, some mountains?
Yep, West Virginia.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I'm heading down to North Carolina.
Sweet.
Gonna use all their bathrooms.
Are you really?
Yes.
Is that a thing?
Any bathroom I want.
You're on a bathroom trip?
You know.
No.
Nothing.
I know nothing.
Alright. There's a law in North Carolina that basically is to discriminate against transgendered people about using the bathroom.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Where they are supposed to use the bathroom that relates to the sex that they were born,
Right.
not how
What
they
identify.
are. Yeah. Which is ridiculous.
Right.
And stupid.
Yeah.
Because they're afraid that people molest children
Right.
if they're in the wrong bathroom.
Right.
Yeah. So,
Huh.
yeah. North Carolina.
Yeah.
But, I'll be at Heroes Con, and apparently they've released a statement that says that, they will allow anybody to use the restroom that they identify with
At the con?
at the con.
That's awesome. Yeah. Because it's not a state.
It's a state thing. Well, the con isn't,
Right.
yeah, but the law is, but, yeah, it's state.
Yeah. There's always something we'll have to move past as far as
Right.
discrimination.
But, I mean, you just cannot think of a dumber thing.
Right.
You know, I do think that there should be a bathroom law, and it should be that you should not talk to anybody in a bathroom.
There you go. Unless it's your kid, maybe.
Even then.
Yeah.
Just remain quiet. Don't make any eye contact. We're all there. We're all horrified to be there.
Right? So you should be.
Right. Yeah.
I can remember my first, like, horrific bathroom experience ever was when I was a child. I went to a Cincinnati Reds game. My dad took my brother and I there. And I walked into the bathroom to use it, and it's just a giant trough.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just like, what the fuck? What? Like, I honestly thought it was like a joke. Like, I just, like, went in, like, a room that I shouldn't have been in. Because I was like, that guy is actually peeing in that trough. Clearly, I'm not going to also. That's so weird.
Yeah. My art school had a trough.
Wow.
Yep.
It's pretty artsy.
And my art school also shared a building with a Montessori elementary school.
Right.
So you could just go to the bathroom and be standing next to a 5-year-old.
That's weird.
Yep. At a trough.
Right. That's so weird.
Yep.
Well, I hope your bathroom and table experience are both good.
I hope so as well. And as per usual, I will do my best to not use the bathroom as much as humanly possible in
Right.
public.
Sure.
Because I don't want to.
Yeah.
Especially, I can't imagine. I mean, I would hope that this is like their 30th year or whatever.
Right.
That they maybe have like, a pretty good,
We got it all worked out.
response time on bathroom cleanliness there, but I mean, it is a giant convention.
Yeah.
Full of unclean nerds.
Right? Are there any big-time celebrities there?
Big time celebrities like Matt Fraction and Kelly Sue DeConnick.
That's cool.
That is 100% comics oriented.
That's awesome.
There are no television people there, no movie people, no has-beens, no wash-ups.
Right.
Just, unless they were has-beens and wash-ups in the comic industry.
Right.
Like me.
Aww.
Table AA2117.
2117?
Yeah. Although, again, this is being posted after the show, so that was pointless.
Oh man, that's cool though. I love the shows like that. Like we're lucky enough that the biggest show here in Dayton is like that, where there's not like your media guests, which
Right.
I'm sure they're fine people, and I'm sure you know, people get something like going there, but it really does take away from people spending their money and time at the tables of artists,
Right.
and writers.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Most people don't, like, so many of them are millionaires anyway. It's like, why? Like, those
Right.
people that do the Walking Dead TV show, it baffles me that they do so many conventions.
Right.
Because they're, like, set.
And then they charge so much to, like, have their autograph and a picture.
It's crazy.
It is super crazy. And I mean, okay, because a little bit of, you know, probably stuff I shouldn't be talking about in public, but, you know, I have a friend who is a friend of someone who runs a convention, and they get some media guests there, like, you know, an Adam West or a Steve Gutenberg.
Right.
And, you know, and his sort of philosophy is that, well, people want to see that. It's popular.
Right.
And people, you know, will buy tickets
Yeah.
to do that.
More people walk in the door, probably.
Exactly. And, you know, I mean, I see that point of view too, but, you know. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. It's just like with anything. It's like, you know, the store I work at, we, you know, for decades, or a decade and a half, we were just comics and sports cards. And now
Right.
we sell all kinds of stuff, like
Magic
the Gathering, and we have, like, I mean, there's like lanyards by your register with like Pokemon logo. I mean, we sell a lot of stuff now. Plush dolls, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it sells,
Yeah.
and it is a crossover. Like, it's a lot of the same nerds are into meeting Steve Gutenberg as they
Right.
are into getting their Superman comics.
Right.
So, I understand it, but personally, I definitely gravitate towards the conventions that are all comic related.
Yeah.
So that's cool. That's what that is.
Yeah. I'm, you know, I mean, I'll be at my table, you know, quite a bit, but hopefully I'll get a chance to walk around a little bit and, you know, maybe stand in a line or two. I know my friend Bruce already asked me to pick up some stuff for him, so.
You gonna try to meet Matt Fraction, or have you met him before?
I have not met him before.
Oh, okay.
I definitely will. There's actually going to be a thing, Thursday night, before the convention starts, where Kelly Sue DeConnick, don't know if Chip Zdarsky is going to be there or not, but definitely Gabriel Bond, Fabio Moon, and, you know, some of the other people who work on their books.
Oh, nice.
They're all going to be at the local BW3s.
Huh. Wow.
Having like a meet and greet kind of hangout and have chicken wings and drinks with
That's awesome.
Matt Fraction and Kelly Sue DeConnick.
I would at least have drinks with them.
Sure.
That's cool.
So I'm thinking about maybe going to that, but, you know, I mean, I'm just not a big public person.
Right.
Yeah.
Plus, it depends on how you feel after the trip.
Exactly, yeah. I've been in the car for at least 7 hours. Yeah. And I think I'm probably going to leave around 5 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, so I'll probably get up at like 4.
That's
if
awesome.
not earlier.
And that's cool that you're getting such a jump on.
Yeah.
I love road trips that start super early.
Yeah, like, I just want to take my time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to feel rushed that
Right.
I need to be there at a specific time. Because also, you can set up your table on Thursday night at the
nice.
convention, so, you know, if I get there relatively early, I can, you know, just put everything there.
Yeah. That's definitely preferable.
Yeah.
I like doing that too. Just get it out of the way, and you're like, okay,
Right.
it's set.
I think the only thing I need to bring is, like, my cash, and, you know, my phone, and that's it. You know, art supplies, maybe.
And your sales pitch, you had to bring that too.
Yeah, I don't have one of those.
I know, I'm really bad at it. I can't sell
Oh,
it.
yeah. Like, I've been doing a couple conventions with, the aforementioned Bruce, over the last year or so, and, we are terrible at, talking to people.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
He's not too bad, is he?
He's not terrible at talking to people, but he is terrible at, pitching the book correctly, I guess, or in an appealing way, or in a very succinct way.
Okay.
Like he can do it, but it is long-winded.
Right.
and very, very talky.
Yeah, I've a lot of times had a table like next to or across from someone that has a sales pitch that just
drones.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, like, even if it's a short one, it's just,
Just repetitive.
yeah, like, I just couldn't do it. I would just rather not sell my comic.
Yeah, I'm
You know?
kind of the same way. And, I mean, I don't have a comic. Well, I mean, I've got a couple that I'll be selling, but, like, I'm just gonna be selling for $1 or, free with a purchase. Because mostly I'm just gonna have art.
Right.
And luckily with that, there doesn't need to be much of a sales pitch.
Right. Either like it or you don't.
Exactly.
Like, you see an image and you know everything there is to know about
Right,
it.
yeah. Like, I don't have to explain any kind of story or plot or anything to anybody. Yeah. I still can't sell a damn thing, but, we'll see what happens with this. It's a big show.
Right.
I'm hoping to, make $1 or $2. That'd be nice. Yeah.
At least enough to cover, like, your expenses.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I had to spend $2 to find out how much I'm going to have to spend in toll roads.
What?
Because I did a Google Maps, search for the route that I'm going to be taking. There's 2 different ways I can take.
Right.
One is shorter and less mileage, so I'm like, well, I'm definitely leaning towards that one. Sure. And that's the one that's going to take me through West Virginia. But on Google Maps it says this route has toll roads. Like, okay, and look, but there's like nothing else. Like, Google Maps will not tell you any more information, right? And so I was like, I tried to do like just a search, like toll roads, Dayton to North Carolina, couldn't find anything. Finally found a website that would tell me, but you had to pay $1 at least for 1 day's worth of service.
What?
To have them tell you where the toll roads are.
And how much they were.
Right, yeah.
Who was the site? Was it a government ran?
No.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't even remember now. But
It's a genius ran.
Oh, yeah. I paid $2 for 2 weeks worth of service to figure out that I will owe $12 total round trip. There are 3 $2 tolls through West Virginia.
Wow.
So $6 there, $6 back.
So what else do you get with your service here?
Yep, that's it.
That's all? That's it?
That is it.
You can't look up any other weird information on that site?
Maybe, I don't know, but probably not.
Oh, you gotta use that. Sure.
I should, they have an app, I'll probably download it, just,
use it up.
Yeah, see if they'll point out, like, the local Walmarts or
Yeah,
whatever.
or like, like dinosaur bones that are buried on the highway.
Of course, again, if I lose all service going through West Virginia, then, it probably won't help.
Right. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Someone out there's a genius.
So next episode, we'll have some stories to tell, hopefully.
I hope so.
Yeah. It's rare for me to leave my house anymore, so.
Well, you left your house tonight.
I did, actually. Yeah.
We just felt it was right to record with all my animals around.
Yeah.
This comic was all about the
They've been mostly well behaved tonight.
animals. Mostly.
Yeah. Yeah. So, speaking of going out, leaving the house, did you do anything or something?
I did. I went to the Dayton Jazz Fest today.
Ooh.
It was fun.
Are you sure it was the Jazz Fest and not the Jizz Fest?
No, I went to that last night.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you saw the Star Wars Cantina Band last night.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What were you thinking of?
Star Wars Cantina Band.
Okay.
Yeah. Jizz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody loves jizz.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've
I've always found jizz very palpable.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, I like it. It's great. But yeah, today was the
Jazz
Festival. Yeah. It was very cool. It was free, and they had like 2 stages. When one band was done, they would be like tearing down while the other stage started. So
Right.
it was just like real immediate.
That's cool.
From band to band, and it wasn't too hot.
Yeah, I don't know. I was out earlier today and was not enjoying it.
I didn't get there till about 4,
Yeah.
and it was like cooling down a little bit by then.
Yeah.
Some shade was because it was like at the Crown Plaza Hotel courtyard,
Okay.
so there was some like shady tree area and
Yeah.
some water. We
Sure.
hung out by the water, so it was pretty.
Yeah.
Danced a little bit.
Was it local bands, or was it like anyone?
The ones that we saw, because we only saw, I think, 2, because one of them was starting right when we got there, and then we were there like, I don't know, less than 2 hours probably.
Right.
Close to 2 hours, but, so we only saw 2 bands, but they were both from Dayton. But I think they had some that were like just outside of the region.
Okay.
But mostly Dayton.
Yeah. Now you went with your lady friend and her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
How old's the daughter?
4.
She a huge jazz fan?
She loves jazz. Even though, I mean, after she, read Miles Davis' biography, that's when she got into heroin. The first time. No, it was funny because she had been to the Reggae Fest like a year ago, and I asked her about it, and I was like, how was the Reggae Fest? I was like, how's this compare? And she was like, I don't remember the Reggae Fest. I was like, oh, okay. But she seemed to like it. She danced like that. And like, it was amazing. Like, she has a broken arm right now.
Oh.
So one of her arms is in a cast. And, she was dancing around today, and then she was dancing with her mom, and her mom got tired, and she actually, like, ran over and, like, grabbed my hand and, like, had me dance with her, and it was, like, the most precious, adorable thing, I think it's happened all day. No.
Until I showed up.
Yeah, until you showed up, right. No, but, like, that was really sweet, and, like, that was probably the best part of the day. So, it was fun, and I liked the music, like, there were some weird jazz covers, like, one of the bands, the last band did a lot of covers. They did like a David Bowie song and a Donovan and the Beatles song, but they had a female vocalist.
Oh, well.
So it was really good.
They're letting ladies sing now, huh?
Well, last year this was the Women in Jazz Festival, and this year they changed it to be more... It was weird because I remember reading the article this week, how I found out about it was in the city paper, and it said, we changed it to make it more inclusive, to allow men to be there too. And I was just like, that's something you don't usually hear.
No, yeah.
So it was, I mean, I have no problem with men being allowed to perform at jazz.
Right.
But it was just, not what you expect.
Alright.
Yeah, so now it's just
be some real men's rights activist shit happening right there.
We can do it.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. That was good.
Yeah. I also spent time with a small child yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah. It
At
was
a trough?
At a trough, yep. It was not nearly as adorable as what happened to you, because it's a trough.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. No, my friend Crichton, he's turning 6 on Tuesday, so his parents had a birthday party for him.
Awesome.
Yeah. And it was a superhero-themed birthday party.
Oh, wow.
And so all the kids were running around wearing masks and capes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Which one did you dress as? Power Girl? You always do Power Girl.
Well, they're I'm surprised I haven't seen it online yet, but there is a picture of me and then my friend Bruce. Bruce is wearing, I believe, a Batman mask and cape. Or no, not the capes. We opted out of the capes. But he's wearing a Batman mask, and I'm wearing Wonder Woman.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. That's great.
Yeah, so just a cookout, and, man, it was like 300 degrees outside yesterday.
It was really hot, yeah.
I sweat more than from the last time that I even worked out.
Wow.
Like it was ridiculous. Like, just, I was exhausted and all I did was eat and sit. Yeah. Right. I stuck around and I helped clean up, so that was some work. But
was there, like, other superhero-related activities or themes?
No, they had a bouncy house. The cake was an Avengers cake.
Oh, okay.
So that was cool. Kind of it, yeah. There's lots of superhero-related decorations, Batmans and Spider-Mans.
Did you and Bruce do free superhero sketches?
Oh, we did not. Bruce was mostly cooking throughout.
Right.
But like a lot of the adults wore like superhero t-shirts.
Nice.
I actually did not know of the theme beforehand. but still wore my Superman shirt.
Right?
So I totally fit in.
Sweet.
Yeah, there's a Flash shirt, a Captain America, Batman, lots of Batman.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
He's popular with the kids.
He is, yeah.
He's one of my favorites.
Yeah. So, it was a lot of fun. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, mostly just been gearing up for this show.
Yeah. I'm sure that's gonna take a lot of your time and attention. But
Yeah.
I hope it's rewarding.
Hope so as well.
If not fiscally, at least, just fun.
I mean, I'm kind of looking at it as a vacation, and it's the first vacation I've taken in like 10 years.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
How long are you gonna be done?
I'm leaving Thursday, coming back Monday.
Okay.
So 4 days, 5 days, something like that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So next week will be gonna try skip week.
I'll just record it with brass build or something.
All right, that's fine.
Just give me the keys to your house.
Sure. And I think you can just do it here.
Oh yeah, that's true. I just have to borrow your phone.
I think Matt Brasswood has a phone.
Okay.
Even if I'm sure he'll just make Juliet do something.
Yeah, we could record it at the.
Do it at YSO.
Yeah.
Just do it in between commercials of Alpha Rhythm.
Right. Oh man, that'd be fun. Well, I wish you nothing but luck.
Well, thank you, sir.
I mean, the good kind.
Right. Yeah. I appreciate that too. Yeah. I hope you remain alive while I'm gone.
I will try.
All right.
I'll try. Hopefully, Goo will be here.
Yeah. And I'm sure I'll probably text you at some point throughout the show. I'm sure, like, if I see a new issue of Come Along or something.
I do have to look and see. I haven't looked to see who all is there. Like, I try not to do that, like, to give you stuff to...
Right. Hey, I do it to you every time you go to an out-of-state show.
Yeah, I don't mind. Right. But yeah, I just know, like, especially if you're behind a table, it hurts.
Hey.
But I'll look and see.
Right.
If there's anybody, I'm just like, oh my god, I need this guy's new book.
Right. Yeah, by all means. Like I said, I'm picking some stuff up for my friend Bruce, and I think Joe is going to let me know if he's going to get anything. So, by all means, I will do it.
Sweet.
But only for you three.
Okay.
Anyone else is, shit out of luck.
Right. Awesome. I wonder if Bob Burden's there.
I don't know. I really haven't looked at the guest list either.
Okay. I'll check that out.
Yeah.
That's cool. If nothing else, I'm sure the drive will be beautiful too.
Hopefully. Yeah. Renting a car, so at least I'll have air conditioning.
Who would you get?
I don't know yet. It should be like a Buick Verano is what I put on the website. So we'll see what I actually get.
Right.
Yeah.
They might give you a free upgrade.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah. Although, when I rented, I specifically chose what I chose because the mileage was better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if they upgrade me,
they might screw you.
Might not get as good mileage as the car that I'm supposed to be renting.
Sure. Well, man. So I guess when you do come back, we're gonna be watching a movie.
Most likely. Yeah. So I've got a movie in mind. It kind of has two titles.
Oh.
But it was released theatrically under one title, and when it came out on DVD, they didn't really change the title, but the DVD box art certainly put the title not as prominent on it as they did the tagline. But it's a Tom Cruise movie.
Oh, awesome.
Released theatrically called The Edge of Tomorrow. Probably better known to a lot of people now as Live, Die, Repeat.
Huh. Okay. I've never heard of either of them.
Alright. It's based on the comic. I know that much.
Huh.
And it was a total failure, but a lot of people said that it's a shame it was a failure because it was actually really good. So.
Huh. Wow. Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Hope it's really good.
So it's called Edge of Tomorrow.
It's called Edge of Tomorrow, but also known as Live, Die, Repeat.
Okay. Well, that is catchier.
It is. It
You know?
really is.
Yeah.
And it also kind of tells you what the movie's about a little bit.
Right, yeah. Edge of Tomorrow is so, like,
Bland
Yeah.
and vague,
yeah.
generic.
Like, yeah, that could be the name of a sci-fi movie or,
Yep.
like, an upscale restaurant. Yeah.
Yeah. Documentary about an upscale restaurant.
Right, yeah. Or, like, yeah, some shaving
Right.
product.
Right.
something.
Or just, yeah. Definitely say that. Or, I'd say even like the sophomore efforts of a 90s alternative band.
Right? Yeah. That does sound like a very early 90s, yeah. Yeah, but Live, Die, like, if someone's like, hey, have you heard of that new restaurant, Live, Die, Repeat? I'd be like, no, let's go. Like, usually my first question is, do they have anything vegetarian? But I would just go there.
Sure.
I would just try.
Yeah, you can get french fries.
Yeah, right? Like, I'm sure they have beer.
Right,
Please
yeah.
call that.
There you go.
So.
I just realized that I'm drinking out of an animal's cracker glass.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah. Nice. So, yeah. So that'll be a movie in a couple weeks.
Couple weeks.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, I look forward to it.
Yeah, me as well. Alrighty.
Thanks for joining us. Pick up your copies of Beasts of Burden.
Indeed.
It's very good.
Yeah. Alright. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Gutter Trash. You can subscribe to the show from guttertrash.net or from iTunes and leave us a review. Visit guttertrash.net for email information and for other podcasts and websites in the Gutter Trash Network. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.